And welcome, Goofball Guinness. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's jump into it. Oh, wrong one. Hang on. Ah, there you go. Welcome, everyone. I hope everyone's going well this evening. So we're going to jump straight into things today. Today I just want to work on our marketing site. So our marketing site is just nearbeach.org. Oops, just throwing my pen everywhere. So we've got a very basic sort of Umbraco build. I realized that the screenshot page has disappeared, so we've got to add that back into the site and set everything up so it works perfectly fine again. We've recently just upgraded to 13.03. Let's see if that's still the latest versions. So yeah, 13.11. So we might as well do an upgrade to. Actually, no. I think that's a bug. Because I think I did upgrade. When did this one come out? At the start of the month. Alright, let's just fix it. 1.1 is already installed. Yeah, I think that's just a bug, if memory serves me correctly. We want to do... So we're just going to paste this in, version 13.1.1. Get status. I don't think anything changed. Yeah, nothing changed. Yeah, .NET restore. Yeah, all right, cool. I think that's just a bug. I think on our main site, it just says that even though it's not true. And if we go .NET run, I get a local version running, it will quite literally say, hey, we're on the correct version. Yeah, there you go. This is a bit of a weird situation. I don't know why it's doing that. But, yeah, it's working. What can I say? All right. So, what we want to do today is we want to implement a 2-column block. So if we go into our blogs, actually no, screenshot and features, this is on our local host. What I want to be able to do is create a block in here. And I did it on my other computer, but I didn't pass that information up. So we're going to have to replicate it here. And then we're going to have to replicate it on production too. So it's not going to be hard to replicate. It's really simple. So I'm going to close production. I'm going to keep on this. We're going to go into our settings. We're going to go into our document types. We're going to open up our content blocks. We're also going to go to the code base. We're going to minimize everything. We're going to open up this. We're going to hit the we're going to hit the views. We're going to hit the partials, and we're going to hit the content blocks. And in here, we've got rich text and image block. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to create a new element type, and I call it rich text and element an image block. And that should replicate the same name here. So rich text and image block. We're just going to pick a nice sort of logo. I think that will do. With the compositions, what we actually want is in here, we want an image block and we want a rich text block. And then for the content, we want flex direction reversed as a thing. So I'm going to paste that in here like so. And this is just a simple toggle. And we're going to save that. Now, if we go to our content, let's Let's open up screenshot and features. So far we've got something like this. And if we go to info, open up our screenshot and features page. Straight off the bat, we don't have the images whatsoever, but that's fine. We can actually upload temporary images. So we've got set up customer and organization data, collect a basic sort of, so we got something like this, which I feel can be presented a lot better. So what we want to do is we're going to add a new content. Oh, before we can do that, we'll go to info. We'll open up the document type for the content page. We'll open up the content blocks. Now this is going to be a list of blocks. We'll edit that and we're going to add in our new content block. And I don't think we need settings for this one. All right, going in here, opening up new content, clicking on this. What we're going to do is we're just going to drag this up towards the top. Okay, so we're not going to reverse this direction for this particular line. Sorry, I'm just getting some gunk out of my eye. We're not going to reverse the direction for this, but what we're going to do is we're going to copy this. I'm going to paste it in. We should also copy this. Paste it in like so. Have a bit of a space because there's not much data there. We should also have a proper image. In this sort of case, screenshots of NearBeach. We don't actually have any screenshots, so I'm going to upload a temporary image at the moment. So I think the profile pictures, I think Joker with Morgana. And then with the fig caption, we're just gonna copy that, paste that there, and we're just gonna hit save and publish. So if we refresh, I don't see it yet. Yeah, all right, that didn't. I'm gonna minimize that, What I'll do is I'll get rid of those. And this is the old page. Okay, this is a bit weird. This is localhost. I'm just gonna put a, I don't have debug mode set up on here, do I? No, I don't. I'm going to exit. Gonna put on debug mode, and I'm gonna put a little breakpoint there. Ooh. I think I know why. What we've got to do, rich text, an image block. Okay. Yeah, something didn't get saved. Okay, I'm gonna delete a lot of this. So that way we're just working with a simplified page. Okay. Almost there. So first things first, rich and text block, text. and then we're just going to go with the Morgana and text, and we're just going to save. And then if we go to the front page and hit refresh, that should hit this breakpoint, go through all of this. We're just going to hit play. There we go. So what had happened was I just named the thing incorrect in the template over here, and it just couldn't find it. And that's fine. We fixed it up. So if we actually, I'm just going to go to NearBeach. I'm actually going to have this on the side at the moment. So we're going to re-replicate our page. So this is live at the moment. So we're going to rebuild this, but I'm going to have it over there, so you guys won't be able to see it. And what we're going to do is we're going to rebuild it. And we should have no, I didn't want that. I just wanted rich text. I think I can just copy that. And then I want to add in rich text and image. So at the moment, we're just using that as an example. We're going to copy this. We're going to paste that down there for a little bit. We're going to copy that. We're going to paste that. We're going to copy this. We're going to paste that here. We're going to hit save, and we're going to see how this turns out. So there we go. And what we could potentially do because at the moment that's just a full image. And then when we do something like this, it pops in like this. Perfect. And then what we could do is we could reverse it, hit reload, hit reverses. Yeah, this is what we want. Okay, so that's pretty much ready to go. Now it looks like it doesn't fit in, but if you have a look at the container and stuff like that, so container does have a little bit of padding on either side. That is something we could get rid of. So what we could do, we could do something like that. So thus it lines up with everything, and I think that's better. Now, it does mean with the images, everything is going to, sorry, my thing just decided not to load in the video. It does mean the images rub up, which won't be that helpful at all. So a good example would be that Kanban board one. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to connect to the server, and I'm going to move over those images. However, that being said, I shouldn't be copying and pasting passwords and stuff like that. So give me 2 seconds. I'm logging into my Azure portal. You can actually grab your login details from Azure portal. I'm going to the app service itself. I'm going to the correct app service. From here, what I'm going to be doing is under deployment center, you've got the username and password under the FTPS credentials. So I'm just copying them over right now. I'm going to hit connect. I'm now going to copy something random, And what I want to do is I'm going to bring you guys back. Okay, so here we are. Here's our media file. I'm literally just going to copy it. I'm going to go to our home. We have sites. We've got view project. That one can be deleted. NearBeach tests. I think that one can be deleted. NearBeach marketing site. Baracco. Here we are. So in here we've got. I think it'll go here. All right, it's preparing to delete, preparing to copy. I'm just going to hit the cancel with that. Preparing to copy won't take too long. And then what we want to do, apply this, merge. And then hopefully paste in all the media files that we need. Which will make this process a lot easier. If we can see what we're doing, and yeah. And then what we could do is we can push all this stuff live and essentially, yeah, just push it live. Get this page up to scratch, and then yeah. Okay, so if we add in another little text. So what we want is, actually no, we wanted to fix that up properly. So what I'm going to do, lorem ipsum. I'm just going to copy that. I don't care what it is. I'm just pasting this in. I'm going to save and publish. And the reason why we're doing this is so that we've got a little bit more to work with. Another thing which I'm going to do is I'm going to change this out, and I am going to do a Kanban board, and I'm going to use the Kanban board. The real reason why shows itself pretty much right away. Now that doesn't look that bad. It's because we've still got the P5s and so forth like that. Okay, so I'm going to go into here. I'm going to find those P5s. So we've got a P5 here. We've got the section. We've got the P5 here. If we have a look at this, we do actually have a P5 there inside the section. All right, so that's fine. But yeah, we don't have another P5 included up here. So I'm just going to remove those. Easy done. MX Auto. So we have a container. Sorry, I threw this together really quickly and I haven't actually thought about this process properly. So we have a container with MX Auto. I don't think we need... I think that just can be a div. Because then we have it here, MX Auto flex column. We need the flex and flex column. MX Auto I will keep in. The container, I don't think I need the container. Let's hit refresh. So this is what it looks like. As you see, it's really close up. And this is Tailwind. So Tailwind CSS. So we're just going to have a look at flex, and we're going to see if we can add in a little space in between. Not really, but that's fine. Now the thing is, we've got class string here. What we need is, we just need a little tiny gap here. But the problem is, because we can reverse it, that gap can change. So what we want is, we want margin left. Margin. Okay, we've got left and right margins. So what we could do, we've got margin right, we can do a good 2 here. Margin left, we can also do another good 2 there. Now we need to actually have our terminal going with npm run watch going. Sorry, I haven't actually installed the Tailwind, but that's fine. That takes a fraction of a second to actually get everything up and running. I might have got this around the wrong way. Ah, it's because it's reversed, we've got this issue. So if I unreverse it and save and publish, and then I go like this, you see there's a little bit of a gap, and that looks nice. It's the tiniest bit of a gap, but it lines up with the whole page and so forth like that. So one way to get this done, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in string first col class equals, and then we're going to have, so the first one will have the margin right 2. And then string second col class equals, and then we're going to have the margin left 2. However, it gets flipped. Margin left 2, second col class equals margin right 2. And then all we need to do is add that on here. Easy done. I feel like I can get rid of container, so I'm just going to get rid of container. And then we wait just a fraction of a second. Boom. All right. Now, another thing I've just noticed, that's taking up, there's 737 and 400 over there for the width and so forth like that. I was hoping these were going to be equal columns. All right, so let's go back to this. Let's go column. So columns 2. It's kind of what we need. So class string. Should have something like this in here. And And then let's hit reload. Still not doing it. Am I reading this wrong? Possibly. Because, yeah, then we could use gap. Okay. Oh, I think I had to ditch columns because I couldn't reverse them. And I want the CSS to do the reversing. Tailwind, CSS, reverse, columns. Okay. Let's look this up. So Tailwind, CSS, 2 columns, flex. Now, is this not the latest? Okay. Okay, flex column, MD, flex row. Yeah, I changed it to do something like that. Okay, cool. So what I want is width. So I want width half. So width half. And I want to put that first class. So what do they have? Width 1 divided by 2. And I'm going to do the same here. Width 1 divided by 2. We're going to hit save. We're going to wait just a few seconds, not even that. Hit reload. Presto, that's what we want. Now we've got some nice 612, 612, sweet. We've got even amount of sort of stuff on either side. We could potentially add in more options in the back end. So for example, we could be like, all right, half, 1/3, 1/2, or something like that. But for the moment, I think this is perfectly fine. So this should look fine. However, yeah, that will have to be a sort of thing where I go margin top 0 important. Or is that padding? Yeah. All right. So that's something I have to actually do myself. As for spacing, that is something we could do very easily with the text editor. So we can add a little bit of space. So for example, up here, we do have a bit of space. Let's have a look at other articles. So I'm just going to open up production. We're just going to go to other articles. So that's actually done on the H2 elements and stuff like that. There's no... Yeah, all right, cool. So we purposely haven't done that. So that's something I would have to do with that previous sort of thing. But that's as easy as me going in and going bang, bang, hitting save, going in here, hitting refresh, and there we go. We've got our little space. And then fixing up that other thing, being like, all right, we don't like this having that sort of stuff. So we're going to have style, padding top is going to be 0. I'm leaving it at that. So we do have some sort of fiddling around in the CMS to do that. I think doing it that way would be a lot better. Just because I don't want to flag this as half-half type of thing and be like, oh, in these particular cases, yeah, the H3 is going to be like this, and your CSS gets really confusing, considering, yeah, in other cases, you might want that spacing, and yeah. All right, so I think we've done the half-half really well. Let's reverse that. Let's see how it goes. And I think that looks good, just as good reverse. Let's use another screenshot. Okay, I'm going to close tabs I don't need open anymore. And then I'm going to close tabs that I do need open because, you know, why live with them open? I don't know. I don't know where I was going. I couldn't think of the joke in time. All right, so we want to open up this screenshot and features, rich text. That's a long rich text. What the hell? Let's get rid of that. Let's open up this. Let's go. I won't pick that one just yet. I want to pick one that will probably take up a fair amount of the page. And whilst that's happening, I'm just going to raise my desk. I'm sick and tired of sitting. I think there's about enough. I think so. Yeah, I've been sitting all day. All right. That still looks really, really good. I'm going to change the image once again. Just remove it. Click on this. I'm going to screenshots NearBeach tasks. I just request for change. I just want to see if there's a big square image. With these particular images, we don't want to crop them or anything like that. All right, cool. So that's a bit of a square image. I should retake that image. That does not look good, that black line. And I don't know how that passed me. So, yeah. But we can fix that. All right. I'm happy with that. So I am going to go and say that is sorted. Now this says add in a simple heading block that states what the header is. I think I think in very special cases where we need a header would be cases where I don't want to have a rich text block with just a header in it. I just want like a header block. Very easy to do. So we're going to our document types again. We're opening up our content page. We're going to click on this. We're going to hit elemental type, we're going to go header block. All right, then we're going to add in our group and we're going to put in our content. We're going to add in our property. What we want here is heading type. And then we want a simple drop down. But we can't add any pre-values or anything like that. So I'm going to change that. There we go. Header block, header and type, drop down, and then we go header 1. Header 2. Header 3. Sorry, I'm just trying to think what will be the better way to do this. Right, where I can translate those into string output, and then from there do that as a tag. We'll find out in a minute. All right, oh, we should pick filters mandatory. Heading text, and we just need a text string, and we're just going to save that. Oh, we should do a proper icon. Okay, so now that that is in there, we need to key it into, I think it's the data type. Content blocks. We need to add it into him. Done. Okay, our next thing to do is right hand click in here, add, oh, before we actually do that, we copy this. Right hand click, add file, and paste that in .cshtml. We go add, and then we just do this. So what we need is straight off the bat, var header object equals, and then we'll have header 1 equals header 1. Just wait. All right, dictionary, string, open with, new dict. All right, cool. Try with that WinWord exe. Yeah, all right, cool. Open with doc. Sorry. With RFT, that should come out with WordPad. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to copy this. I'm just going to paste it in for reference. I'm just going to just do that. And what we're going to do is we're going to go dictionary, string, header object equals dictionary, string, like that. And then I think I can do. Oh, I need new, don't I? Yep. And then I think I can just, memory says me correctly, do something like that. And then I don't need to keep adding these in. All right, so .NET initialize list. Yeah, do something like that. And then what I'll have is I'll have header 1 and then header 1. Yep, header 2. Yeah, all right, cool. And then I should just lower all of these. Like so. All right, sweet. Don't know what that was for. Quick dictionary method to translate the string into the tag. Easy done. And then what we want here is down here, we want our header. So where I go back to this header type, heading type. Equals model dot heading type var header tag will equal the header object, and then we put in, oh, this is where I still need that information. And I think I just closed it. All right. Okay, it's a square bracket. Heading type. And we can put this all in one line. Like so. Get rid of that. Then put in get the tag. This should be string. And then down here, I don't know if this will work. And that's what we'll find out in a second. So let's go to our content. Oops. Let's put that there. Let's go home. Let's screenshot and features. Let's scroll down. Header block. So header type. Let's go header 1. I'm going to put this all the way at the top. I'm going to be like, hello world, I am here. Save and publish. Can hit refresh. We'll probably, yeah, we've hit something. Oh, we've hit this line. All right. So what we need to do is go to string. It is a string. All right. We'll do that. We'll then go heading type dot to lower, like so. And we'll go over here. We'll hit refresh. And we got that. And we got it as a header 1. All right, that's good. Doesn't look like a header 1, but that's because it's probably not in this sort of gray text sort of thing, but that's fine. What we'll do is we'll go over here and we'll yank those first 2 lines. We'll just paste them in here like this. We'll add in the header tag like this. We'll remove that. We'll insert some end divs like so. And what we want to do is we also want string heading, oh, what was it? Heading message? Heading text. Like so. And that should be that. Now, that's not doing what I want it to do. I haven't programmed in header 1 because up here is header 1, but we're only using header 1 in specific places. So what I want to do is I want to edit this and I want to remove that. Then what I want to do, header block, I want to change that to that. I'm just going to save. And then when I reload, done. So I'm purposely keeping this as the only header 1 on the page, and then these are all going to be header 2s and so forth like that. Now the thing is, this doesn't have the same font as this. Why? Text gray, background neutral 100, and body font. So I'm just going to copy that. Okay, I'm going to remove that. I'm going to hit reload. Nothing. Why is this got a different font to this? Let's move this down. Let's remove that. Or does it? I'm just saying things. Font family. System UI. System UI. System UI. System UI. All right, I've gone crazy. Don't worry. Crazy. All right, so that should just work. It's not, you know, it's pretty basic sort of stuff. I can't think of any clever way to actually cause this to do any better with those limitations, but hey, it's all done. Kanban information, so add header block. Cool. Custom HTML block. Now, this is one of those ones where it's once again going to be a limitation. So let's go into here. Let's click on this. Element type. Let's pick a nice. So, HTML block. HTML block. There we go. Gonna copy this, gonna add the group content, and it's just gonna be a simple HTML block. It's just gonna be text area. Nothing serious at all. This is for when I want iframes or something like that in the code. Or something, you know, where it needs something. So I'm going to, once again, copy these 2 lines. I just copied 3 lines instead. So we're just going to bang, bang. We need the @this, and then we need the string HTML block equals model.html block, like so. And then in here, we're going to do this. Then what we want to do is we want to do raw HTML. So we need CS_HTML raw HTML. I need to just read that out. So @html.raw. And then I'm going to put that in like that. I think that's it. We're going to test this out very quickly. So what we're going to do, we need to add it into there. So we're happy with this. We're going to save this with blocks, builder blocks enabled. You can't have property with the alias HTML block whilst the content alias is also HTML block. So I am just going to say content. Done. Perfect. So this will change the HTML content. This will also change the HTML content. And this will change the HTML content, just so we're consistent with the variable naming. So what we need to do is we need to add this to the content blocks. Like so, we go over here, we go cancel, we add content block. We're gonna hit reload instead. Just checking one thing. All right. And in here, okay, we're gonna put in an iframe. Yep, perfect. I'm going to delete that. So custom HTML block is done. Now create background color settings. Ooh. This is something which we'll probably leave today, but the idea is if we have a look up here, if we go into here, we can pick an image. So we go media, we go hero images. We've got a bunch of hero images. We're going to pick the good old, hermit crab, this particular one. And what we could do is we can add in a very faint blue to it. Followed by, I know it doesn't look that lovely, but you'll be surprised. And then we can add something like that in. Just to give the page some pop and bang and so forth like that. The one problem with the colors is at the moment they'll be square. So if we were to do something like this, pick this section class and go background color hot pink, you notice it's square. And what we would need to do is we'll need to add in a margin, let's say 10, not margin, sorry, padding. Actually, no, margin. Yes, we want margin. 10 pixels and 0, something like that, just to give it that sort of break up. Even then, that doesn't really work. If we actually go to the home page, you'll notice that on the home page, I've got these little diagonal type of things. And to get that effect, it's really, really simple. I've just got a split in there. So this particular split, and hello, Errors said 12. How are you? We're lurking today, having in the background as I work. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I do enjoy my lurkers. So yes, welcome. I'm hoping everything's going well. So what I do with these is I've actually got these as a polygon. So if we have a look down here, you'll see that I've got a clip path and so forth like that. They also have a background and all that kind of fun stuff. So you'll see the previous section has a margin at the bottom, and then I just sneak up with that little polygon thing. It's going to be really, really hard to set something up in the CMS to do that. Plausible, but really hard. Like, you're going to have, it's going to be easier. I mean, one method of doing it. Let's get out the drawing board. All right. Drawing board time. Sweet. So if this is our page, our blocks themselves would be filling it out like this. So we'll have one block here, then we've got the next block and so forth like that. What we would do is we would set up these intermediate blocks. So I'll just color this in like so. So we would have these intermediate blocks. Like so. And what these blocks will be made up of, let me just drag this across here, is the shape itself and a background. And then what we could do is add these things in. So we could replicate this here. Here we've cheated, all right? We've absolutely cheated. The front page in itself is mostly written. I cheated with the front page. So what we would do is we would have to have blocks, but then we would have to have this sort of thing where if we do have colors like this, that would have to translate through and so forth like that. And that's what we'll try to aim with the front page, is to be very colorful, whereas the rest, it's not as colorful. Like, there's a little bit of color. You can see gradients and yellows and blues and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And I feel like having the front page bleed into these other pages at the same time, I don't think that's a good idea at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say no to that one just for the moment. I mean, on the screenshot page, that would work really well too. But no. There's another thing which I want to implement too, is a back button here. I'm going to do that very, very quickly. Sorry, I'm just in the blog section. What I want to do is blogs. So that's the blog list. What about a single blog? Single blog. So we've got the hero block, then we've got the split, and then we've got the spacing. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put in here back button. And I'm just going to put a header 1 back. Actually, I'm going to put a header 2 back button. Okay, nothing really hard. Don't know why this is coming up with an error, being like, those are there. Don't lie. Those are there. So we've got a back button there. All right, we want that probably above the spacing. So I'm going to refresh that. Yeah, we want that right there. Okay. I'm going to delete that. And here we're just going to go back button again. And then what I want to do is I actually want to make these 2 lines again. And then what I want to do is I want to have an h ref equals blogs, target equals self, and then back to blogs. Like so. So just a simple back to blogs. It's going to be very hidden. I'm going to might be one of those things I put on the opposite side of the page. Might be text align. Text to right. All right, we might want to go text right. And we're just gonna hit refresh. So this is one little tiny thing I've been meaning to do for ages. There we go. It's kind of out of the way. I mean, it does add in a fair amount of spacing, but we can change that down to 10, or how about 8? Like so. There we go. All right, and then we can go back to blogs. It goes back here. All right, cool. Another thing I want to do is I want to make these images so you can click on them. So that's going to be pretty easy. What we want to do is we want the blogs, and then we want the pages blog lists. So we want pages, blogs, blog list. And here we are. Here's the image itself. What we need to do, add in an a tag, ref equals. We're just going to ignore that for the moment. We are going to delete all of that. No, we're not. What we want to do, is we want to do something like this. Like so, and I think that's what we wanted to do. And then we just need the @blog URL in here. Okay. There we go, that's working perfectly now. So we've got it on the title, we've got it all on this and so forth like that. So yeah, sweet. Okay, so what do we need to do next? Alright, there are things on the site that I want to fix. We want to fix up the menu. We want to include the screenshot. That's as simple as us going to the master. Realizing that it's not in the master, sorry. That's part of the... where is it? Not part of the pages, not part of the content blocks, the layouts. We've got the header, head, and then we've got the header's part of that. We've got the title. We've got to build up our meta properly. Got our styles. One way to figure it out. All right, let's navbar. Part of the header. All right. So we've got the menu. We've got all this self-hosting. So we've got. Going to be part of this. What we want to do is screenshots and features. We want this to be above. Yeah, we want this above blogs for the moment. Actually, no, we'll put it under, but we'll fix this up first. So now we just got to copy this. Paste it in. All right, screenshot it. Oh, actually, it's getting demoted every single time. So sorry about it. All right, let's hit reload. Screenshots and features is down there. This should still look good on mobile phone. So if we go down to the 6, as you see, there's plenty of spacing for it, and presto. Oh, this is not what I want it to be. All right, cool. Good thing we checked this. So I'm going to close all tabs. I'm going to fix that up right this second. So I want to minimize all of this. Let's start from the ground up. What's actually happening is we need to add in the MD to the width. So we've got views, we've got partials, we've got layouts. No, we want content blocks. We want rich text and image content blocks. So by default, what we want is we want width 100, I think, and then MD that. Let's double check with our width. Maybe width auto. And then MD width that. So like so, we just hit save, we wait a few seconds, we hit reload. There we go. So that's looking a lot better. And then when we increase it, it jumps into this lovely thing. All right. Cool. Good thing we did double check that. All right, so screenshots some features. That doesn't need a back page or anything like that. So it should now be in our menu. Bang, presto, everyone's happy. That's fine. That's just copied and pasted over. It's copied over the font, but not the span or any of the classes or anything like that. Okay, so our next thing with our blogs. This is working perfectly fine, but there was something else we wanted to state on this. Last updated. Okay, so what we need to do is this is actually counter bugs. Is we're going to put a breakpoint here. We're just going to refresh this page. We've hit that breakpoint. And what I want to do is I want to add now that is hard coded. I don't like that, but we don't have a choice at the moment. But the good thing is both production and staging are on that version, have that same number. So at the moment it's fine. So counter bugs equals that. So what we want to do is we want to add something to watch that. But however, that being said, it's right down here. Sorry, I'm so used to Visual Studio. We want to see publish date. So we've got properties. Release date string, current release version, code, title override, schedule of bugs, release bugs, blocked. Creator ID, creation date, but we don't see the last published date. So I'm just going to Google it. What we need to do is we need to close quite a lot of these because we don't need them anymore. So what do we want to do? We want to type in Umbraco. What's that? Content get publish date. All right, so use the update date on the iPublish content. That date is always updated when you publish the content. So if we go update date A, let's go var update date equals count of bugs dot value. We're not sure what it is. Now, they're saying update date. We're going to hit save. We're just going to step, Okay, it's going to skip that because it just will. Ooh, I've been logged out. All right, we've hit this. Boom. Boom. Update date. No. Okay, yeah, I thought so. Because that isn't down here. Update date. Ah, it is there. Okay, I'm just going to put date time, value, date time, and then update date. I'm just going to stop and rerun everything, because sometimes I need to do that. All right. Firefox had a problem. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Hit refresh. Actually hit refresh on this page. Now we've hit this. All right, so we're just going to step over, and then we're going to step over, and then the update date time. Ooh. Oh, that hasn't done it. That's just giving me 00. That's giving me the first of the. Yeah, that's giving me the wrong date. This is lowercase. All right. Might be the case that I need a lowercase. Now I'm just gonna refresh this page. So we're gonna jump over. We're hovering over this. It hasn't given us the update date. All right, there's that. But counter bugs. Update date. No problem. I'm just wondering if it's this. Then we're doing something like this. We're gonna actually add the breakpoint here instead. It's gonna be easier for us. So we just hit reload, boom, on this. Yep, that was it. So what I need to do is I just need to hit play, date time, do it like that, bang like that, bang like that. And then what we want down here is we want something like this. Is we've got the current release, yada, yada, yada. Up here, if I were to edit this as HTML, last, so not last updated, updated on, and then the date. So let's go 2012 at 12:12. Actually, we just need that. We don't need to go into super amount of details, and I kind of just dragging this down here. No, I don't want that to be. And another thing I kind of want to do is no, I shouldn't separate this out from everything else. Yeah, no, that's just gonna look horrible. All right. Information updated on class equals leading relaxed text base, and we don't want background, we want text gray, and then I'm going to go 400, and then go information updated on, and then what we want to do is Embraco date time format. I'm just going to zoom in for you guys. What we want to do is, yep, cool, we've got all of that. Cool, but what I want is I want to format this. Not what I wanted. Date time. Okay, so we can do a toString. So .NET date time toString. And I wanted it a nice format. I don't want it in numbers. What I want is something like June the 15th, 2018. Something that simple. So yeah, let's just play around with it. So update date, and then what we got, update date string. So this is just going to be a string equals update date dot toString, and then what we'll have is month, day. Yeah. And I think that should do. At update date string. Yeah, perfect. Don't know if I want it there. I think. Oh, there. Music's back. And we might want to shrink that text. So let's go to Tailwind CSS. Yeah, it's one of those things. I am making that very hard to read. It might be one of those things where I might actually just change the text color completely. So for example, all right, text color. I might actually pick like a nice-ish green. So text green 200, maybe text green 400, I think would be nice. It stands out. Just because it's becoming hard to read, and it's kind of like, it is kind of important. Text blue 400, text blue 500. Information updated on. All right, cool. I like that. That way people see, all right, cool. It's been updated on this particular date, the last of it. I feel like it still should belong up here. Information updated on, okay, information. Yep, cool. That way, that sort of says, hey, these couple of next lines, the information was updated on this particular date last, and people can see, okay, cool, this is what he's been doing and so forth like that. He's been processing all this and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Anyway, so what I want to do is I want to pull those lines out. I want to then just paste this in up here, and that should be sorted like that. Sweet. Yeah. All right. Cool. What else did I want to include? So we've got that. We've got the screenshot features, implement health check. Ooh, that is. Sorry, I'm just making sure this health check is now done because I spent ages trying to get all this sorted. So we've got ticks across all the board. All right, cool. That should all be done. We still need to run whatever it's called, OWASP Zap on NearBeach marketing. Improve SEO. So yeah, there's a lot of things we've got to do. Robot text file, I think we do have. Yeah, cool. And we just disallow the usual sort of stuff. We also have a sitemap. Or did have a sitemap. We don't have a 404. Okay, so let's actually see what's gone wrong with the sitemap. I'm going to close this. I'm going to minimize everything. I'm going to open up this. We're going to open up the views. Sitemap XML. We're going to hit on this. What we're going to do is we're just going to go sitemap. So we are hitting this. Layout equals null. Content type is text XML. Yep. So we're getting all the site homepage sort of stuff. So that should be just home. And then I've got that. It's going to go in. This is getting all the children. So I'm just going to hit play. And that's what we should be seeing. Weird how on production that's not the case. There might be something going wrong with production. We should be including sitemap, but that's fine. We have funding. All right, cool. Also, how is our funding page? Because yeah, we do actually have a page for funding. It's a very basic sort of page. We should include those hyperlinks in blue. Might be one of those things where we actually edit that page. I'm going to write that down. I'll finish. Oh, sorry, sweetie. I didn't mean to wake you. So, hyperlink. per links on funding page. Need to have links on them. Links printed out. Where does money currently go? Currently, NearBeach has a little overhead running costs. We are lucky to state all donations are currently filling these costs. A detailed list of the items are disclosed to our sponsors, which is true if you're actually sponsored on our Patreon or GitHub. No one's actually sponsored us to us on GitHub, but we've got a couple of Patreons. You'll actually see it at the start of July where all our money went and so forth like that. So, yes. Okay, cool. So then we've got community documentation funding. So, all right. So we've got that. What other annoying things on this site which I wanted to edit? So we've got most of this all working perfectly fine. That's fine, I don't mind that at all. We've got stuff. All right, so I'm going to quickly edit that on production. And what we're going to do is we're going to push this to production. So sitemap, hey, I'm just going to max site depth for, what's the, I'm pretty sure, yeah, 4 should do. NearBeach.org sitemap. There you go. I think it was just missing that number. Weird. All right. So that should also cover our blogs. Yep. Cool. Last change priority. All that kind of thing. Weekly. Yep. Funding. So what we want is the rich text block. Where does the current? Yep. Okay. This needs to be NearBeach Patreon. I am literally just copying this. And the GitHub sponsors. So github.com sponsors/NearBeach. Okay, this link should be like, yep, like that. Submit. And we'll link title GitHub. Actually, it'll be easier just to do it in code. Like so. That way people see the links itself and be like, all right, cool, I'm going to copy that, and not realize that, hey, it actually takes them somewhere. We could add in a class in here. We do have a blue thing, but no, it'll be fine. Well, that's actually another thing we could do. So I'm just going to go to the funding page. We could potentially make these, because at the moment we've got a bunch of all of this stuff on it, inherit, text decorated, and all that kind of stuff. What we could potentially do, Tailwind CSS A tags. is, yeah, we could create a special class name. Like so. So what I would want to do is I would want to go into our source, into our input CSS, scroll all the way down to the bottom. I'm going to paste this in, but I'm going to go show hyperlink as a class. And then I'm going to save. And then what that would do is if we go into our local host 44374, whoops, and Braco, go to our funding page, rich text block, edit this. What we can do is we can go class equals show hyperlink. Like so. It's not, it's one of those things where I could at the moment fix it, but all of these are going to be hyperlinks. So I got to then exclude them from that and all that kind of stuff. I think this, we don't include many hyperlinks on NearBeach, and I think that is a elegant solution. So we don't show many hyperlinks on the this sort of body content. We show a lot in the footer, a lot in this, a lot everywhere else that we don't want to have those hyperlinks shown. So I think this is, yeah, an elegant solution in this particular way, and that makes them stand out too. So let's go back home. So yeah, still like all of this. Simple, easy, self-hosted. We do have a problem on this page when this starts shrinking. We kind of want it to break around here. So if we go into this mode, this is fine. I mean, this is okay, but I feel like this would be better broken because you've got this going across this and it just doesn't look nice. So what we got to do is got to find this component. All right, so we've got MD width a half, and what I want to do is, I think it's LG. We want to LG that. I'm double checking that. Oh, not the width. I want the container. Or what is it? Breakpoints. No. Wait, it'll be part of the layout. LG, yeah, all right, cool. So what we want to do is we want to minimize everything. This is also another cheat page. We could in the future move this into more of the CMS and edit it at the CMS level, but we kept it at the cheat page. So we want the views, we want the self-hosting. So it's part of the pages and part of the self-hosting instructions. So in here, we want this to be large width. Padding right to be 10. Yeah, that's definitely going to have to go large. And then the padding top, the Y. Okay, cool. We'll go back here. We'll click refresh. So everything's come out really looking a lot nicer now. If we increase this, boom, like that. Yeah, all right, I see it. I see it. Padding left 4. But if we go left 2, looks horrible. Yeah, we do want that padding left 4. Do we just want flex? All right, flex column, right? Flex direction, flex col. All right, so we've got that now. Okay, yep. Flex relative. Yeah, nothing's nothing's been kept in there. So I'm just going to hit reload. Wondering how I've done it here. Leading relaxed, eh? If I change that once again to just a col. No, that doesn't work. Width 10. Okay, height 4, width 10. So if we go back to width, we go down to width 10. Width 10 is 2.5 rem, so 40 pixels. And then what we would need to do here is we would need to go width calc 100% minus 40 pixels, like so, just to get that lined up correctly. But we'll need a special class for that, and this, yeah, oh. That's why I want it to break here. Because even then, on this sort of page, yep. Please copy and paste the example code into the text editor of your choice. All right, cool. And this is one of those things where, do I want the sample code at the top when it shrinks, or the examples? And I think sorry, not the examples, the instructions. So I think the instructions would be better at the top. Whether there's breaks sooner rather than later, ooh, it's a really good question. I don't think that's ideal. Because on a lot of laptop pages, this will automatically snap into that other mode. And I mean, it's not much of a difference. I think might be one of those cases where I just go, it needs to. Because a lot of this won't work there, and a lot of this needs crafting, a little bit more crafting, and it looked a lot better like this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it. There's that bug. Ah, it disappeared. Yeah, everyone saw I got you on video. So we need to break this up again. So what we need, container. So we need extra large. So I'm going to go extra large, and extra large. All right, then we follow down here, and then we go extra large, so forth like that. And then we've got our text area, red, the font, mono, width, auto, style, width 100%. All right, we're gonna get rid of that width auto, height, yep, overflow auto. Oh, this is gonna be a bit different. All right, so the one problem is it's not working how we want it to work. So we're gonna refresh. So we got it like this. This is working. All right, cool. And then when we expand it, boom, it sits up here next to them. That is perfectly fine. And then when we shrink this, sorry, I made that really big. When it starts to, you know, be like, ooh, this is gonna squeeze, boom. We've got more information for the instructions here. We don't need to worry about cutting them down. It's recommended using HTTPS when you're using NearBeach. I need to go in and clean a bit of that up. But now that we've got the space for it, we can do this. We should also have further documentation can be found on our read the docs. So we should have that up the top. And that's going to be one of those things that I copy from the blogs. So content blocks, we're just going to essentially grab these two lines again. We're going to paste them in. We're going to go, oops, div and section. And we're just going to go ref equals, and we're actually going to go directly to those. Near the beach dot read the docs.io. I don't think I've actually merged in the documentation into the master yet. That's really bad for me. Quick install with Docker. All right, so we're just going to paste this in. Going to have target equals a blank. We're going to have rel equals no follow, no opener. All right, and then what we need to state is, and I don't like that. Oi, you son of a. What we need to state is more information can be found in our documentation. All right. What we need to do is div class text, text to the right. And then we go in here, we hit refresh. More information can be found in our documentation. All right, don't like it on the text right, and I feel like we can do better here. All right, so I like this. This is fine. What we want to do is we want to have an alert block in here. So it'll be something very similar to this. So I'm just going to go 25 minus 9 is 16, so plus 1 is 17. And I'm just going to paste this in. So instead of alert type, we know it's going to be alert info. And I do believe if we, sorry, I should get out of this format. I do believe if we go into our blogs very quickly, we can double check that. Alert light. All right, we'll just delete that. All right, alert info, role alert. This is a flex. Yeah, that's not going to change. What we need is just a simple text. So we don't need a header. We just need p class equals text small, and we'll just key that in. The following documentation is a guide on how to install NearBeach using Docker Compose. Just going to cut that out. We're going to actually paste it in here. So what we can do is more information. You will be able to find more information in our documentation. And then we just delete all that. So we just hit refresh on the wrong page. Then we go back here and we hit refresh. The following documentation is a guide on how to install NearBeach using Docker Compose. You'll be able to find more information in our documentation. Now straight away, I'm going to put a little break up there. I'm going to remove this 24. Don't think we need it. And I think it looks fine like that. I think, yeah, the 24 up here, definitely. This should be fine. The documentation's guide to the you'll be able to find more information. Documentation in our docs. What we need also is we need a class equals show hyperlink. We need to do all this. All right. So we're getting rid of the Y24 there. And we're adding it up here, PY24. I feel like we've got one container, we've got another container. I feel like we can, so 9 from 28 will be 19 plus 1 is 20. I feel like we can add that into that particular container. So what we'll do here is we'll specify alert container. And then we'll add in the instructions container. Yeah, all right, cool. Everyone should be happy. Gonna hit refresh. There we go. We should do PT24, not PY24. So we're just wanting to do the top. Easy done. Oh. Okay, I'm looking that up. Padding top. All right, we might not have a 24. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a 12. That's a lot better. Everything sort of lines up. I noticed that this isn't lining up 100%. So what I'm going to do is, so XL width, we've got padding 5. What I want to do is, I actually want to get rid of that padding 5. All right. So down here, we've got the padding right, but down here we've got the padding 5. We only really want that to be the padding top. So we'll refresh that. That lines up perfectly fine. We've got extra space here. This looks a lot better now. One thing that does annoy me is, what if we get rid of that gap right here? Notice how we've got step 1. So we've got font medium, font title, margin bottom 1, tracker. We've just got a margin top. Which is kinda annoying me. Font medium, title font. Okay. And happy Monday, N-Sweep. Sorry, I didn't see your chat message till right then. I'm terribly sorry if I've left you hanging. Yeah, happy Monday. How are you going? And I think I can show the time. No, it doesn't show me the time anymore. But I can do that. You're doing well? Oh, that's great to hear. How was my weekend? Yeah, it was good. I mainly just played Switch. So I've been getting through Disco Elysium, which is, holy hell, a really great written game, and I'm loving it. And I also played shout out, wrong button. Tim Griffin. I am double checking I've spelt his name right. Because I am a terrible speller, and I was also playing, what was it? Some horror game with CM Griffin and Elgebro. If I can't say his name right. I think I said it like a dozen times incorrectly and so forth like that. Yeah. Yes, I am loving Disco Elysium. Sorry, I am just all over the shop today. So yeah, he's a pretty cool fella. So yeah, today we're working on our marketing site. So I'm making some much needed improvements. It's not massive sort of improvements, but if we have a look at what our local host is doing, the following documentation is a guide. If we actually go to nearbeach.org, we go to the self-hosted stuff, you see it's those little tiny changes that really make it. So yeah, we're just making these tiniest changes. And another thing which I want to do is remove this gap, and I just don't know where that gap is coming from. So yeah, I'm just trying to find that out right now. All right. Yeah, it's a necessary evil. I'm a lot better at it now than I was like 5 years ago. God forbid 8 years ago when I actually first picked up web development. So yeah. So bottom, tracking wider. I'm just going to start getting rid of some of these. These classes. Because as I do, oh, it's probably part of the header too. Yeah, margin top, padding top, there we go. If we get rid of it there, that will look a lot better. And I really shouldn't be having headers there. That really should just be a paragraph. That looks like that. And I think that's a lot better. Less header twos. Anything worth doing well is worth doing poorly. Yeah, so I'm slowly going through this, fixing everything up. We might actually increase that text slightly. So text size, or font size, I should say. So we want, let's go text large, and I think that was Charlie meowing. He's been a bit weird. So 10 minutes a day, he loves me. He's like, yeah, I love you. And then he runs away and hides. And then he comes out, he's like, yeah, I love you again. And then he runs off and hides. And I'm just like, holy hell, man. It's okay. Calm down. Okay, instruction list. So if, all right. Cool. So we've got our H2 here. We're going to instantly change that to a P. And we are going to go title font text small. We want large. Let's see what that does. Let's save. And then if we hit refresh, I think that's a lot better. Yeah, it brings the page back together. And then on this page, we just need to add a bit of margin to the top, but that looks pretty good. So what we'll need to do, so we need a simple padding top. Let's go 5. That should have been in there. Actually, let's get rid of that. Let's have a padding Y of 6 constantly. Oh no. Padding top 6, because I like how that connects into this code base down here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go into here. Oh, we could put it up here instead of changing everything. Container, padding top 12, padding bottom 6. Keep it part of that, I think. Let's hit refresh. Looking good there. It's looking good there. And that looks good down there. Yeah, all right, cool. Yep, I like that page now. The blogs page we went through, I'm happy with it. So it goes 4, 3, 2, and then 1, depending on what size you are, and then 4's the max. I think those sizes are fine. I know that this is development blog. All right. Because that's hard coded in. And I think that should just be a P. Charlie! Alright, it's the one with the beds. Well, then again, I kind of like that. A lot better than that. Yeah, I'm going to keep that in. Not going to touch that. Okay, cool. Anyway, give me 2 minutes. I am just going to wrangle up the cat and see what he's meowing about. I won't be long. All right, I am back. Oh, I should have gone at the ad break. I am so sorry. Not the best timing in the world, I will admit that. All right, Charlie is in here. I am going to have to move very slowly. All right, so that's a little, excuse my washing. There he is. So proof that my mother does have a second cat. So, yeah. I think just because I've been talking all this time, he's finally come out. I had people on loudspeaker earlier today and he freaked out and he decided to hide. So I think he was a little unsure about other people's noise in the house. So, yeah. And thank you very much, and Sweet, for the subscription. You got hit with an ad right as you came back. I cannot see, but not hear. Anyway, thank you very much for the subscription. So all money which we get through streaming and stuff like that actually goes to NearBeach Incorporate, which helps, you know, do quite a lot of this sort of stuff. We're hoping to save up to get someone who's good at UI UX to come in and help. So yeah, that's just because it's my weakest sort of strength. So yeah, thank you very much. It is greatly appreciated. And hopefully you got to see Charlie I don't know where he is anymore. He's probably run out of the room. So yeah, the hidden cat, my mother's cat, which we can never find at my mum's place. She kept telling us that she has a second cat called Charlie. We're like, we don't believe you. So yes, she does. He's just really good at hiding, and it's been a bit over a week now, and he's finally coming out. So yeah. And you should be able to now access a lot of my emotes. So I forgot which ones are free and which ones you have access to. So yeah, I do need to actually include more cat pictures. Yeah, I love that one, the Shocked Max one. And the seashell actually has a funny, well, not a funny story. It's actually an art exhibition in Korea. So that shell is somewhere in Korea in one of the museums. My partner, quite literally, we're in Korea. He's like, I'm going to a museum today. I'm like, all right, cool, I'm working. And he finds it and he sends it to me. I'm like, oh my God, it's a shocked shell. So we started actually sending that image to each other when we're like doing the shocked face. So yeah, and then of course I put it on here. The screenshot page, I'm happy with this now. So I've got to add that in. Yeah, I know, it's an amazing little image. So yeah, there's also an image of socks, which I've got to crop out and upload as an image too, but I don't know where it is at the moment. My partner took a photo of her and it was a bit hilarious. I think we also need Stone-Faced Lily. So we've got Angry Judgmental Lily, but we also have Easter Island Stone-Faced Heads. Due to just a compression glitch, Lily's face kind of looks like one of these stone heads. It's hilarious. So yeah, and we got Max licking his lips there. That's an old one. So yeah. Cheers, thank you very much, and sweet. Alright, I think I've fixed what I wanted to do with NearBeach. Now I've got to actually deploy what I've done tonight, which is a lot easier than it sounds. Actually, no, it's fairly easy. Let's not lie. What I got to do is I've got to log into the backend for the local. I've got to be like document types, content blocks. I could use usync. We just need the settings exported. And then I just download them. And then I should go to nearbeach.org Umbraco. I'll be stealing this idea if I ever start streaming again. Oh, fair enough. Yep. My dog, Walter, would make some great emotes. Yes. Yes, he would. I'm assuming it's a he, Walter. Yeah, Walter's a he. What am I talking about? Alright. So, settings, content, import. Let's just do import. Yeah, no changes. Yep, that's fine. Import from file. This is where we go to downloads and realize that usync 2024 026. Yep, this is it. Select upload. Fingers crossed. Doesn't need to be a clean import because a lot of this already exists. We're not overriding anything or anything like that. Your files have been uploaded. You can now run the import. So data types 2, doc types 2, media 1. We're going to delete that media though. Content 5. Ooh. Okay. What was the content? Ah, shoot, history. All right, damn it, I shouldn't have gone away from this page. Oh, that was my bad. Let's see if I can go back into it. No. All right, let's check content. Oh, it doesn't have its thing there. All right, cool, not a problem. So what I will do is, so none of these have been upgraded, but this, yeah, all right, cool. So what we want to do is we want to go back into here. We're just going to hit the stop. We're going to hit the, this, we're going to go npm run prod. So we're minifying everything. It should give us a really small build. And then what we want to do is .NET publish. Actually, I should have, before I do anything, I'm going to remove the bin and I'm going to do publish again. Okay, cool. And the best thing is I should still be connected to this server here. Now, I don't think I need to touch the www root. I might need to. Okay, not a problem. So, what I need to do, whenever doing something like this, I have two things open. So 2 windows open. All right, so left is where I'm going from and right is where I'm going to. And I always constantly do this. Double check everything before I move anything. A lot of these files I won't need to sort of pass across. I just need to send over the NearBeach stuff. So we need to go to the NearBeach marketing site, bin release .NET 8. So we just need to do the NearBeach marketing. So we need to copy these, paste them over here, and replace them. All right, only one file didn't work, and that was the DLL, which is really annoying because that's the file we've got to replace. Okay. I think it's because my web server is using that particular file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on, quickly copy the other things over, and then I'm going to stop the server, replace it, and then start it up again. Usually, because this is NearBeach, we don't have much money. So I can't do this at all, but usually with Azure Web Apps, what you have is, so you got your Azure Web Apps. So let's take this as an app, as one app. What you'll do is you'll have slots. So let's say NearBeach prod and NearBeach staging. What you would tend to do is you would upload into your staging, do a shakeout test, This is me just doing a shakeout test. And so forth like that. And then what you'll do what's called a slot swap. In which case you would be like, all right, cool, this is ready to be put into production, and essentially you would swap them. And the best thing is Azure handles quite a lot of the grunt work themselves. So your production has a downtime of 0 seconds or close to it. I do find with larger sites, there may be for about 30 seconds or less. Some pages take a little bit longer to load. However, after, and by the way, 30 seconds, that's the extreme case of it. Usually it's about 10 seconds. And then after that, it goes back to normal. So yeah, with Azure Web Apps, they handle all of that. So you have virtually no downtime, which is great. We use this at work quite a bit. However, this functionality is in a tier above us. We're using a basic web app. So yeah, we're a small site. I'm fine with NearBeach going down for 30 seconds. You've only worked in AWS? Ah, fair enough. I've also worked in AWS too. So I've worked in DigitalOcean, Linode back in the day, where I could only spend $5 a month maximum on a web server. Then I moved to AWS when I started the not-for-profit, because AWS and Azure actually give credits for not-for-profits. So yeah, and then AWS was doing something weird with their credits, and essentially I had to be like, no, we'll jump over to Azure because they're giving more credits. Now the one I meant to go under publish. That's the one thing I did wrong last time. So okay, whilst I do that, I should actually send these over. So we're just gonna replace everything. We're going to skip that one file. That is fine. Okay, cool. So a mistake I was making quite a while ago was my code wasn't working when I pushed it. I need to actually go into the published and do it from here. So there's a couple of files in the published which should be copied over. So I'm not copying over usync, don't need to. The views, wroot needs to be copied over. Those are all the language files. And even then, what we do is we merge and, or I'm going to have to replace all the files. But that's fine. Is this to ad hoc a process to be automated? No, this process can be 100% automated. I just haven't yet. It is in the process to automate. It isn't hard to automate. There's quite literally, so for example, GitHub Actions, deploy Umbraco to Azure Web Apps. Guaranteed someone's done it before. So I've done it using Bitbucket. So I did proof of concept at my work, being like, hey, this is actually plausible to do it like this. We had a simple Umbraco website. I think it was either 10 or 11 or 12. We were able to get it deployed really easily. And here we go. This is what you'll do. Build and deploy. Yep. So you would Windows latest. Yeah, pretty much. Check out the Git repository name. Set up .NET 6. In this case, it'll be 8 because we're using the latest version of Umbraco. With .NET version once again 8. Build. So you're doing your usual build stuff. You publish, and you upload the artifacts. And then when you deploy, yeah, you've got the URL you're meant to deploy to and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not 100% sure how you do it from GitHub Actions, but it should be very similar. And it's something which I could go back to my work, Confluence, and just be like, all right, cool, I just need to do it like this, and the only changes are these, this, and this. So essentially, yeah, you would set up, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, you would set up a user which you would deploy with, and you would give the credentials into the secrets and stuff like that. It's pretty simple. It would probably only take me an hour or two. All right, that is going to take a little while. That's not a problem. I'm going to actually stop that. And the real reason being is we don't need to do the media. So I'm going to copy the views. I'm going to paste this. I'm going to merge this. I'm going to replace. Apply this action, merge. It's just going to replace everything. The views shouldn't be that big. They're all text files, HTML files. And I've logged in as, all right, cool. So I've got the NearBeach thing here. I can stop it at any second. All right, that is done with the WW root one. So if we go into here, the app plugins, that wouldn't have changed. The CSS and JavaScript would have. So we're just copying that and we're pasting it in. We're going to merge and we're going to just replace everything. The media files would have changed too. And this is the Embraco stuff, which I don't think changed anyway. I mean, we can just copy and paste it in. It's not going to be too big anyway. $26.7 megabytes. All right, that might maybe where it's taking its what? 2 minutes. We can wait for that. All right, and there's no media file in here, which is good. If I just hit refresh, all right, that's still standing. Okay, so one thing we want to do is that going to take 7 minutes? Yeah, let's just ignore that. Cancel. That's fine. I'm pretty sure I don't need to upgrade that whatsoever. And same with the app plugins. I only just needed these 3 to be updated. All of these. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are fine. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit stop with the web app. I'm going to go into our published. I'm going to go into our NearBeach. And I'm going to copy once again these. I'm going to go into our www root and I'm just going to hit paste. I'm going to go replace. Going to do that with all of them. That's done all of that. I'm going to hit start. Guarantee you I'm going to get an email in a second or two. I've got Uptime Robot on my site. So I'm just going to hit refresh. Going to hit this. The moment of truth. Application error. All right, I've done something wrong. gonna hit that just in case. Should have only keyed those in. I'm pretty sure I don't need to, because all those other files don't change. This is probably, hopefully this is just still booting. Probably not. Oh god. Worst case scenario, I've got a backup I can cartwheel to. Actually, I shouldn't be doing that. So I'm just jumping into the application logs, and once we're in there, we can deal with this application logs. All right, so I'm just gonna bump this back like this. All right, so here's our application logs. Umbraco Web Common 13.11. Found startup name, NearBeach marketing, Umbraco DLL. Unhandled exception, system in out, file not found, could not load the file assembly, Umbraco Web Common version that there. All right. Let's scroll down to our Umbracos. I should be putting this in as a list. Easier to sort of do stuff. So I am just going to copy all of this. I'm just going to copy. I'm just going to paste it in. We're just going to replace everything. I think, yeah, don't dox myself. Yeah, well, it's all the system stuff, like all the sponsor numbers, all the what are they called? Give me 2 seconds. Subscription IDs, all app service plans, and all that kind of information. I don't want to show. Definitely not. So going back to this one, let's hit refresh. Might be one of those things where I just need to restart. So I'm just hitting restart for the web app. So hopefully that was just the only issue. If not, I think I can refresh this page. Yep, I can. This should be rebooting now. Or maybe not. All right, let's find out why. So that's at 10:32, so about 3 minutes ago. Umbraco Web Common. Is that a cat? Oh yeah, that was Charlie. Pretty sure this is now refreshing or restarting. So the one thing with Azure Web Apps, sometimes when you hit restart, it doesn't happen that instance. So yeah, sometimes it's easier to hit stop, restart until your app actually stops. All right, hyperlinks on funding page need to have link printed out. Yep. Sorry, I'm just crossing out things that I wanted to do. Use show hyperlinks on funding page. All right, so let's go into here. Let's hit refresh. Yeah, this will be a lot better when I do automate this process. Microsoft entity. All right, so what I'm going to do is I am should remove that one. Copy, paste, replace. And that shouldn't take too long to do. Yeah. And hopefully it doesn't interrupt my bitrate. I don't think it should. All right, it's going to be a minute. That is fine. Yeah, so the one reason why I copied all the DLLs is it looks like I'm just going to go through all the DLLs in here, and I'm like, all right, I'll copy them all across. Doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt whatsoever. So, once that's all done, we'll restart again, and once again, it'll take a minute to hit the restart, but we should be able to hit the stop. All right, and that should put us. Hey, Peanut. Good girl. Are you hungry? No, you just want to lie on the carpet. All right, cool. I got to be careful. The cat's right behind me now. So, where was I going? Yep, we've just stopped that. That should now be, yep, 403 app is down. This, we'll keep this open definitely. Once this is done, we'll hit restart. It shouldn't take, all right, it's the longest minute ever. All right, come on, stay steady. It's completely dark outside. I am missing the fact that the sun now sets at 8. I miss the fact that it uses set at 9. Like, that was great. Used to love those days. All right, come on. It's finally starting to set later again for us. Fair enough. Yeah, lucky. Yeah, daylight savings is in just a bit over a month, and I'm not looking forward to it. It's that time of year where all of a sudden, you know, the switches really, really fast. And I'm just going to be like, oh, this is getting depressing. All right, so that has finished. I'm going to hit start. So this will once again. All right. Don't worry about that. That's probably just it booting up a cached version or something. The page is loading, so it is building something. So yeah, next time I'm just going to grab the whole publish thing, drag and drop over. All right. Hopefully this works. I did get to Podman tonight, but yeah, this is one thing I want to actually get done. Hopefully tomorrow, if I've got time, I'll play around with Podman, or on Wednesday. And that should cover what we wanted to achieve, apart from one thing. But yeah, anyway. Boom. All right, cool. Yeah, we just need to copy over the DLLs. I now have a sneaking suspicion that I was on the last version of Umbraco and that I've just only updated with this particular version. So I'm just going to check one thing very, very quickly. Yeah, I think I was on 13.01 for some strange reason. I thought I had upgraded and pushed that version, which is why I didn't push all the DLLs. So what I'm actually going to do is, because I made an assumption and it wasn't 100% correct, I do know under the root, I need to copy this and this over. But it's not as important. So we can merge, we can replace, and we can set it in the background. And that will, 3,055, 8 minutes. All right, we're gonna let that roll. In here, we've got the screenshots and features. I'm just double checking that we've now got, don't have everything in here. So if we go to settings, document types, content blocks, we have the full width image block. All right, sweet. We've got, do we have the header? Oh, no, that's the wrong block I'm thinking of. No, it didn't. All right, I'm going to go use sync. I'm going to import these from a file again, choose file, because upload. Import. Data types to doc types. I must have not clicked something on here to do it. All right. 2 changes. Content block update details. All right, yep, that's fine. Yep, that's a new data type. Yep. Content types. We now have header block. Yep. Which should be under here. And it's not. Okay, and the medias, Joker and Morgana. All right. Content funding details. Oh, I've got to hit apply. All right, data types, details, apply, apply. Ooh, I think someone messaged me. I'm not going to import Morgana. Funding. February goals, screenshot features, site map. What is the different? No, we don't want blank on site map. So I'm just going to hit refresh. So content blocks. We've got the header block now. We've got the rich text and all that kind of stuff. If we go to the content, home, screenshots and features. Yep, we've still got all of this, but can we add in HTML block, header block? Yes. All right, cool. So now we're going to have to change this. We've got about 15 minutes. I reckon we can do this in 15 minutes. So I'm going to close that. 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 In fact, I'm going to close most of this. We are going to go nearbeach.org. We are double checking that we should actually double check our home file. Homepage still looks good. Yes, it does. We're going to hit the blogs. The images now link, and so does that, and so does that. Sweet. So if we click into any one of these, we should get the new information updated on that. However, it isn't blue. All right, we're missing some CSS, but hopefully... Yeah, that should have... Hang on a minute. Cache. All right, so I'm going to add in a cache buster right away. So under our templates, sorry, we should have layouts, head, and we should have styles. And then we just UUID gen. Just grab one of these, copy it. What I'm doing is I'm pasting it over this. This is a cache buster for our styles. And JavaScript should also have a cache buster added to it. And what I'm going to do is I am going to apply that in here. So partials, layouts, header, head, and then styles. We are just going to replace this number with what we've got so it matches. And we need that with the JavaScripts too. So just simple v equals and then everyone is happy. Okay, cool. So content. So this is working now. If we get rid of that self-hosting, we've got this, we've got that link in really well. All right, this will work perfectly fine. This is what we want it. Screenshots and features. I need to update that background. We'll do that now. We'll fix up this page and make it look really, really nice. So let's do that. So screenshot and features. Let's pick a hero image. I mean, a lot of these we've used before. I'm going to pick the temple. I'm not going to pick any... Oh, I should pick a very light blue. And I'm going to go white. And I'm going to make it kind of like that. There we go. Subtle. It's subtle. I'm going to lurk and get some work done before the meeting starts there. All right, cool. Cheers. Thank you very much, and Sweep. Greatly appreciate for the lurk, and thank you very much for the subscription. So yeah. All right. Let's get into this. NearBeach features. Our love of open source software has driven us to create the tools used to complete. Yep. That text. What we want to do is we want this section to be a lot nicer. So, gathering user requirements. Okay, we need... Okay, so what I want to do... I want to go in here. I want to open up this. I definitely want to get rid of that. And the image block. Yeah, all right, cool. So I'm just going to add content. I'm going to add in rich text image block. I'm just going to minimize that at the moment. I'm going to drag that all the way up to the top. So I'm going to close that image block. I've just screwed something up, so I'm just going to refresh. Okay, cool. Add content. Minimize that. Minimize it again. So it's going to go under here. With this, we're going to cut this out, but we're going to add in 2 spaces. We're going to place this here in. We're going to hit, I think, a space. Yeah, a space is good. So with the image block, we want to cut that out, place that in there. We want to copy this. We want to then go into the clipboard and just paste that in like that. We then want to delete this so we don't get confused. For the rich text editor, we just want to cut this out and paste this in here like so. So that's the first one. The top rich text block. All right, cool. So we need to now replace this section here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. I am then going to paste it in like this, and we're just gonna move it up until we're under where we need it to be. So straight away, we need to cut this. We need to paste it into here. We need to delete this old block, this image block. We need to copy that image, delete that one. We need to go to the clipboard. We need to paste in the clipboard. We also need to copy this, paste it in. We need to delete this. And we're going to reverse this. We are also going to yank this out of here and then paste it in like this. And we want to give it that little bit of space. And delete that. All right, so I'm only going to do those 2 for the quick moment. What we want to do is, all right, we do need a bit of gapping. I don't know who's meowing. So yeah, this is just one of those problems, eh? We've got a bit of overlap. Padding bottom 4. Padding bottom 4. Okay. I don't know why the text is super small. Okay, so we'll zoom in again. I don't know why the text is so small. That's something I might need to go back and fix up here. It might be one of those things where I've just got to go text large. Oh, that was simple. All right, in here. Now, with these particular ones, it might be... I think I'm just going to have... Yeah, all right. Give me a couple of seconds whilst I think this through. So we're going to minimize that. We're going to drag this all the way up to here. All right, so we're going to open up. Shoot. Good thing I just saved. All right, large text, cool, sweet. So rich text image block. I want that rich text and image block. I'm going to minimize it. I'm going to be like, I'm going to drag the correct one up this time and I'm going to place it here. It's in the wrong spot. That's fine. I'm going to drag it down slightly and place it where, all right, rich text and image block. Straight off the bat, we want to actually copy this image. We want to paste it in here. We want to go clipboard. We want to paste that in. We want to yank this out, paste it in here. We want to get rid of this. All right, sweet. We want to reverse. We don't want to reverse this. And instead, we want to hit save. And then the next thing we want to do is add in another one of those. So we're going to bang, scroll down, rich text block. All right, cool, minimize it. What we want to do is I'm actually going to put it like here. And we're going to reverse this one. With this rich text, we want to grab this, but we want to add in 2 spaces. We want to put this in here like this. And then what we've got is this text here that goes underneath it like this. And then we need the image block. So this is create projects and tasks. So this is task information. So we're just gonna paste in task information. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna get rid of that. The next one is going to be for the request for change. And so forth like that. But before we do any of that, we want to copy this. And we want to paste it in. And we're just going to drag this all the way up. So we don't need it there. We need it there. Once again, we're going to do this one. All right. Rich text block. We just need it. This will have to do until I add in the spacing better. So, yep, that's 2 blocks. And then we got this, and then we're quite happy with that. And then we got the rich text sort of thing, and we're like, all right, cool. So I'm going to hit save and publish. We're going to double check this page. So yeah, that just adds in a little bit more spacing now. And as you see, this page is getting a lot better. Ooh, do we like that reverse like that? So I'm going to say no. I'm going to have both of them like that. And I am... I'm probably going to have to fix these images because I don't like... Yeah, cheers, thank you. Yeah, this is just the marketing page. So, yeah. I'm going to put that over there. One day I'll update these so you can state what they are. But until then, I won't. So I'm going to reverse that flow and then unreverse that flow. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add in another rich text block. And that's going to go under there, like so. Because this one wasn't reversed, we're going to reverse this one. Had to work on OpenCart. These are life-changing for marketing and non-coder people. Oh, fair enough. I have not used OpenCart before. Have I heard of it though? And I just decided to copy and paste using Mac shortcut keys. Open source. Okay. Oh, neat. Yeah, I haven't used this before, so yeah. There's a lot of tools I haven't used though, so you know, this is just yeah. Let's just say there's a lot of tools I haven't used. Doesn't say I don't want to use them. There's a lot of tools that I want to learn. So, for example, Podman. I want to learn Podman. All right. So this is request for change. So we need this image block. Screenshot of new request for change. Yep, all right, cool. So cut that out, paste it there. We're gonna grab this screenshot like that. We're gonna then go clipboard, paste, and then we're gonna delete this and go, all right, sweet. We're gonna save. So we've just done that one. We've got a blank space. It might be easier if we actually create a spacer. So yeah, instead of having these rich text blocks as spaces, it's smarter to do it that way. Okay, so now we've got another image block. We've got the Kanban board. Ooh, this is a change task. Creating requests for change. Yes. So if we have a look at here and refresh, we go down. So yeah, we want to do this. So we just need to add in another rich text image block. What we want to do is we want to put it there. We want to match the reverse. We want to copy this. And we want to just paste that in. Like so. We also want to copy this. Paste it in. And then we want to get rid of this. Then we got a spacer, and then we've got the Kanban board functionality. We key in the Kanban board. Which cat was that? Hey, Charlie. And then, yeah, cool. So we just got one more block left. So rich text block. So we'll cut that one out. Paste it in here. 2 spaces. Cut this out. Just paste it in here. We don't need this one anymore, so delete that. We're going to copy this. We're going to add this in. We're going to go clipboard. We're going to go that. We're also going to cut that out. Paste it in. We're going to remove that now. We're going to make sure that there's 2 spaces here. And then we're going to save. So yeah, I should add in spaces and change these rich text blocks to spaces. Be a lot easier. It's past 10 o'clock at the moment, and I should be going to bed soon. All right, I think we've made this page look a lot nicer. However, that being said, I now am dreading the fact that did I miss out on mobile phone? Let's have a look on the iPad. Sorry, the iPhone 6. So scrolling down, I might actually make that darker. I think I went a bit too crazy. Let's make that a really nice darkish blue, and then let's just whiten that. Save and publish. And which cat was? Oh, hey Peanut. Good girl. Sorry, surrounded by cats. There we go. Actually, I've gone way too crazy. Choose, save and publish. Much better. All right, that's looking good. This is all looking good. We've got space. So yeah, it's one of those things where if I need to create space. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a screenshot. We're going to save visible. We're going to copy it. We're going to go over into prod.nearbeach.app. And we're going to create a card for this. So we're going to go into our new features for marketing site improvements. So what we need to do is create so So we've pasted that in. Instead of having a rich text editor with spaces, it might be ideal that we create a simple spacer. Then we simply use CSS to make this dynamic between the different screen sizes. All right, sweet. We're just going to add that card in. That should be self-explanatory. I should also shrink that image. Don't know why that image is like that too. Anyway. Seven close. All right, we didn't need to change anything. All right, so we're pretty much done what we needed to do. Oh, there's one thing I did want to do. The funding page, we need to show hyperlinks. So what we need to do, copy. Oh, that's already on show hyperlink, Patreon, like that. And I think, yeah, it looked great when it was like this. So if we go funding, we'll scroll down. As you see, yep, that's looking good. And there we go. That's actually a really nice picture with that sort of sizing. All right. Self-hosting, that one should be looking a lot better now. Ooh, all right. Self-hosting has a problem on mobile phone. We need to cut that off at 80%. All right. Yeah. All right, that is an issue for next time. So, self-hosting on mobile. Breaks out a view width. Oh well, not too much of a problem. I think we can fix that next time. Oh, this is just finished doing its thing too, which is good. All right, cool. I'm going to call it there because it's well past 10. It is. Ooh, all right. We gotta. Oh, he's just. Let's hit the dev dad.
Firebase, and we're updating every single user's role. It's very scary because.
Thank you very much, everyone, for coming tonight. It has been wonderful. We have upgraded our marketing site. Oh, sorry, I'm minimizing. We've upgraded our marketing site, so that is great news. So let's raid.
Migration tool. In due time, we'll get there. But what I